Hello everyone, I'm glad you could be with me today. We're going to talk about using our upcycled fabrics and textiles, those that we save from the trash pile, those that we've thrifted, clothing that we've cut up, just leftovers from other projects, just anything that would normally go into the trash. For most people, we want to keep because those are treasures and we don't want them going in the trash pile. If you don't have fabric, don't go buy fabric at a fabric store. Go to a thrift shop, buy old clothes that are going to go into the landfills and pollute the earth. Buy there, cut them up. You will find fabulous fabric and you will find it at a much better price than you will in a fabric store. Okay? Now, let's talk about using upcycling to decorate our tablescapes. Who of us doesn't like to set a pretty table from time to time for guests? And so, having a few things to put on the table that's pretty and unique really helps. Here we have some what I call trivets. All of these, in fact, are little fabric trivets. These would be like in the coasters for the glassware. And these are all made from just scraps. They do have a backing on them. Okay. These are a combination of machine sewn and hand sewn. These are made out of master cloth that I create from scraps. And then I cut it up and use it for other things. But aren't they pretty? That one has some shine and glitz to it. Looks like a little landscape, doesn't it? Okay. And then here we have some rectangles. So whatever shape that you may have left over, and I use batting in between the layers because that's absorbent, but it's not too thick. And so just whatever like scrap batting that you have in little off sizes, use those and make those work for you. I do it very rustically. I leave all my edges raw, okay? Very, very seldom will I encase an edge on a project like this, but occasionally I do them. Some of the bigger ones I will put a casing around them. So, not a casing, but a binding. And so anyway, these would be like examples for your coasters for your glasses that sit on your table. Okay. Now let's go a little bit bigger, and sometimes you need just a little trivet for a small dish that you're setting on there, maybe your butter dish, a gravy dish, something like that. And so you just want a small trivet. Now these are in this shape right here. It just makes it different, makes it a little interesting. Everything doesn't have to be a circle or a square or a rectangle. You can make it whatever you want. Now this is the back side of both of these, and as you can see, they're pretty in their self. So really these are reversible. If you turn them over, that's the front side. Aren't those gorgeous? Wouldn't that bounce up your table decor? Isn't that pretty? They're conversation starters too at the table. That's kind of nice when maybe you have some guests over that don't know each other well, and things like this get conversation started and break the ice, and so that's really nice too. Let me show you just a little bit up closer what these look like. Okay, again, hand sewing and machine sewn. So those would be your small trivets. Now let's get into a little bigger trivet. This is the back side. Okay. All right. I did put a binding on this one. And so it comes to the back side. This is the batting that I'm talking about. You can see where I quilted it. Okay. Now the front side is this. Now again, you can see that this is not a square, a rectangle. It is just a shape, and it was the shape of the piece of batting that I had in my scrap batting little box. And so I used it just like it is. And doesn't it make a precious trivet for your table? What do I have on under here? This is master cloth what I call it, where you create, you put your scraps on your batting, and then you put a layer of tulle over that, and then you quilt it. That's as simple as it is. And then you can cut it up to make other projects. In this case, I just built it right on top of this little piece here. Then I used my scrap trim that I make and did a casing on it. Isn't that pretty? I love it, love it. All right, now we're going to go about the same size, but a little different style. All right, this one has this backing on it. Okay, this one's a little thicker. I believe it has a higher loft batting in it to start with. Okay. You can see that I did some hand stitching on this piece of fabric. I put this little motif of lace, did some stitching around it, and then did some radiating stitches out. Then I did my scraps. Let's see if I can find a scrap here. Oh goodness, where's a scrap when you need it? Let's see. Let's say this were a scrap. What I did was, when I finished this top layer, is I put my scrap on and folded it over. If you can see, all the edges are raw edges. And I just kept doing that, okay? And I sewed them down by machine on the outside edge, and then came in and did hand stitching on the inside. And so whatever size, you can see that the size scraps that I'm using and this are pretty small, more like snippet scraps, okay? But doesn't that make a cute binding? Totally different look. But another gorgeous trivet for the table. All right. This one, when I use it, I make sure I don't put anything on it that might have spillage or like gravy. I wouldn't put a gravy bowl on this or anything, but a butter dish, a relish dish, something like that. I have a thing that holds the little cream and sugar. I put that on it. Something that's not going to stain it, in other words. Okay. All right. Okay, our last one is a bigger one. And this is the back side. And again, you can see that it is not, it's irregular. This end was curved. I left it just like that and used it that way. That's what adds interest to these pieces, is their odd shapes. So go with it. Don't try to fix it. Again, I did the binding with scrap trim that I make. This was probably about 3 inches wide, and I just folded it over the edges. This is the front side. Okay. This is the one that has the master cloth, and it's kind of elegant and pretty and has all kinds of pretty stuff on there. And then that scrappy trim comes over the edge and totally encases it. Very, very sturdy, very nice to use. And they never fail to strike up conversations around the table. And people, after dinner, as we're cleaning up, they'll come and pick them up and look at them. And it's just fun to have them out like that and to use them. Don't forget to use them. Because you know what? If they get ruined or stained up too bad, if you get a little stain, guess what? You just sew a patch over it. That's all you do. This is a scrappy project. But if they get too ruined over time, hey, you still have scraps, right? Make another one. And just on and on and on. They also make fun gifts if you have someone in your life who you know would appreciate it. I would always advise, don't make things like this for people if you're iffy about whether they like it, because if you do, it'll go in a drawer, it'll never get used, and that's not what you want. Make sure it's for people who you know would appreciate such a gift. Some people would get this and think, wow, you know, you don't think much of them, you just gave them a pile of scraps. Other people would see the love and the work and the hours that you put into doing it. So make sure you choose your recipients well, because if you're like me, when I create something, these are my little babies. And if I send my little babies out in the world, I want them to have a nice home. I want them to be loved and treated right. So think about that. All right, I hope I've inspired you to make some beautiful things for your table. And keep it interesting, keep it colorful, keep it handmade. Use your upcycled fabrics and create a kaleidoscope of color and interest for your table the next time. Till next time, let's all stay scrap happy.